Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking with Suzanne. So today we're going to make a delicious dessert and there's no baking required. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. It's a delicious peanut butter bar that is topped with a bittersweet chocolate mousse. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is start on the bittersweet chocolate mousse because we need to get that refrigerated. So I have here 5 ounces of bittersweet chocolate, and I'm going to pour 1 1/4 cup of heavy cream that I'm going to bring to a boil, and just pour the heavy cream right over the chocolate. And just take a rubber spatula and just go in and just stir this together. And once it's incorporated, then you want to just get this chilled. I have here just a loaf pan, and I lined it with saran wrap so it'll be easy to take out the peanut butter bars. Okay, I'm just going to use a small whisk here just to finish whisking the chocolate into the heavy cream. So the whisk works a little bit better as far as incorporating it. However, you do want to start off with a spatula just to get it started. And we can get this into the refrigerator. Okay, very, very easy. It's so simple to put together. The first thing you want to do is just take regular cornflakes. You can use organic cornflakes if you prefer, and you want to crush them. And I just use a rolling pin and a Ziploc bag, put the cornflakes in and just roll it. And we need 1 1/4 cup of cornflakes. We need a little bit of peanut butter, and we need a little bit of oil. So we need another bowl here, and you can do this in your KitchenAid, but I'm just going to do it right in front of you here, which is a lot easier. 2/3 of a cup of creamy peanut butter, and put that into your bowl, and 2 tablespoons. Now, if you happen to have peanut oil in your at home, go ahead and use peanut oil. I'm going to just use an extra light olive oil, which I use for my biscotti recipe. Otherwise, you can even just use a vegetable oil. So just take 2 tablespoons and put it in with your peanut butter. And then you want to mix this on medium-high for about 3 minutes. Just mix it for about 3 minutes until it's really nice and fluffy and lighter in color. Okay, so the other ingredient that you will need is 7 ounces. You can either use milk chocolate or you can use bittersweet chocolate. I'm a bigger fan of bittersweet, so I'm using bittersweet here, but milk chocolate goes really well with peanut butter and would be perfect here. You don't want your chocolate to be too hot. So if you touch a little bit of chocolate to the bottom of your lip and it feels like room temperature, you're good to go. And now we can add our chocolate to the peanut butter and just go in and stir your chocolate into the peanut butter. There we have it, nicely mixed. And here's our last ingredient, 1 1/4 cup of crushed cornflakes. And just fold that in, and our peanut butter bar base is complete. And smooth out the base. Our heavy cream and chocolate is nice and cold and ready to get whipped up. And I'll just use the hand mixer once again. You could also just use a whisk. And this happens fairly quickly. This looks good. I think this is perfect. I just want to show you how I decorated a plate if you want to do it for dessert. I am going to use my bourbon caramel sauce. This is just a tiny little squeeze bottle, which you can buy almost anywhere. All I will do here is just put some nice little drops of it all the way down the side of one side of this dish. Otherwise, you can do a zigzag. You can do anything that you like. But what I think is really fun and a nice little surprise is to put some caramel inside a raspberry, because we're going to top each bar with a raspberry. And if you put the little caramel, it's a nice little surprise. Let's get our peanut butter bar so we can top it with the mousse. And once that is finished, you just need to let it sit for about 4 hours in the refrigerator until it's totally set up. Now we can take our beautiful mousse and put it right on the top and spread it out. And you use all of it. And you're just going to spread this into the pan and then cover it with some more saran. And just let this set for about 4 hours before you go ahead and cut it. And what's really nice about this little dessert is it is gluten-free, and it's also no added sugar. This is nice and smooth. So now we will take this and put it in the fridge. I'll cover it, put it in the fridge, and in 4 hours, we will slice it and plate it, and we're going to dust the top with some cocoa powder as well. Our dessert chilled for 4 hours, and we are ready to cut it. And keep in mind that you can make this ahead of time. This will last for a good 3 to 4 days. So let's take it right out of the pan, like so. That's what's nice about putting it in a plastic like this. So let's just go ahead and cut about 1 inch. And the bottom peanut butter bar is a little bit harder to cut through. The top is much smoother, but just have a nice sharp knife, go down in and just take your time, and it cuts very, very nicely. If you want, you can even cut these in half to make them a little bit smaller. And I have to tell you that it is really nice if you have enough time to let these come to room temperature, about an hour or so, or even a half hour, just enough so that it softens up a little bit. Dust the top with cocoa powder. This is a nice dark Valrhona cocoa powder. So here is our plate that we already have all set with the caramel sauce on. And you can take a couple of fresh raspberries to decorate your plate with. And then, once again, if you want to fill the raspberry with caramel sauce, you could also fill it with chocolate sauce if you prefer. And you can decorate your plate with chocolate sauce, and you can serve it with some whipped cream. And then just set it down like so. There we go. And here is our lovely Valentine dessert. Come around so that you can see it. I hope you get a chance to make it. If not for Valentine's Day, make it for a special occasion. It's delicious. Here we go. There is our dessert. Well, thanks very much, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.